welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Eastern Michigan Eagles. Eastern Michigan ready to kick it off and get this game going. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Wisconsin Badgers offense will go to work first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
To the air, it's Magoo. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Badgers will line up to punt it away. A quick 3 and out, and they're already giving up the ball. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. So Eastern Michigan's offense will have its first possession of the game. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Hold and finds his man on the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive turns.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Eastern Michigan going fast.
I think to be a good 3rd down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these 3rd and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have the talent like that to turn around and hand the football off.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quick pass on the fly motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, the different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Makes the catch. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Looking downfield, it's Magoo. Got his man in the middle, and they're able to get him down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Guys, let's step back here and think big picture Wisconsin. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Badgers send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fair catch is called for. You want to make sure that you field it cleanly in rainy weather like this. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Rides the back and leaves it. And he was just showing off all of the slick moves before the defense finally got him on the ground. Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration out front. And as a result, they lose yardage.
Hunt is on its way. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive, and now in business near midfield at the 49. Quickly to the tight end. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Finds his man. It's McLaurin. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
They're dealing with a second and long. Dropping back, it's Magoo. Fires to the big fella. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
The Badgers are threatening on first and goal. Looking to throw. Good completion on the out. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
And he made that extra point. The wet turf, no problem at all. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. And some room to work. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. Eastern Michigan going fast.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. Third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt.
Settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Back to throw, it's Magoo. Quickly complete. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They'll go to the ground. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Really nice first down run. And you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles. He can run outside. He can catch the football. He can block. This guy can do it all. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer. And the Badgers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Unloads to the wideout. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. The defense did a really nice job on that play, closing in on the intended target. They had 2 guys near that ball. Holds and fires complete to the right. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that third down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not by much. Off play action. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And that will extend their lead even further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. The give to the back.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Eastern Michigan going fast. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Going for it all. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. And this game is going perfect for the defense right now. They haven't been on the field that much. The offense hasn't had that many possessions. Here we are at the end. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense got it. They're on the run. Touchdown, Badger. And they turn it into a defensive score. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. It's complete to the left. Still running at the 40. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. Wants to go up top on first down. Working that wide receiver screen. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Right on the money. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Off the play fake. Throwing right. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Eagles will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Bringing the heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22. Eastern Michigan going fast. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. On 4th down, looking to pass. A shot toward the end zone. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Sticks it in his belly. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Run it with the fullback. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Strong safeties are guys you can spin down and a lot of times spend a lot of time in that box, which means he's going to be in the run fit. He's going to be making tackles consistently. And he comes up, I'll tell you what, that talk about big on big. Big fullback versus a big, strong safety. That's a big collision.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got it set up on the outside. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. looking for a physical attack from the gun.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs and hopefully move the football.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Wants to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now facing a third and long. He wants to throw it again. Release to the back. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Splits the uprights right down the middle. That'll close the gap to 14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Georgia State is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. They're trailing by just 4 to NC State. Sun Belt, Fun Belt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The play action fake. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
But when it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Magoo. And he was hit just as he was... pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Another incompletion on third down.
Well, I think on the last play, they didn't get it to the sticks. They were hoping he'd be able to make the catch, make a guy miss, and advance the football. But because they couldn't execute, now it's 4th and long.
No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
Well, you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the middle. Got him, and nobody's close. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. Eastern Michigan going fast. To the air on first down. Good timing on the quick out. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Timeout, Eastern Michigan.
And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. Now the lead is down to 11.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
One more snap coming before halftime. Dropping back, it's Magoo. Looking to the big tight end. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there in Madison. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Camp Randall.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move.
But the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Showing off the arms. Turning it on. And they don't drag drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Eastern Michigan going fast.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
They kick it away on fourth down. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy.
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Man, this is exactly what you needed to see from this defense to start the second half. If you're down, you got to create some momentum. You got to get your offense a little bit excited. Nice job creating the sack. Perfect start to the second half of this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. The Badgers will send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Got out of trouble and throws. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asked to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Give to the back. Shakes off the defender. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. And the Badgers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on fourth down. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
The Badgers will bring the punt team onto the field. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. under fire.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. Eastern Michigan going fast. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Here's the pressure. Tosses it incomplete.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Off-play action on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's McLaurin. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air, it's Magoo. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. And the Badgers will call on their punt team. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this one. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
That is a great job getting to the quarterback. And when you're playing in Camp Randall Stadium, in one of the loudest atmospheres in all of college football, and your offensive line can't hear the snap count, and you've got dudes like T.J. Watt or J.J. Watt coming off the edge, it's not a lot of fun. It's not really fun for this quarterback right now either with this dude rushing.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the fumble and the defense got it. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The snap sets up the throw. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Eastern Michigan, 6.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. He'll keep it himself. A solid run there to create a little space. He's marked down at the 15. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Off the play fake on 1st down. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Badger! And the stomping has commenced. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on in.
Motion from the wide out. He'll try the left side. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? From the gun, wants to pass. Puts it out of the air. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Eastern Michigan has it and a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
The Eagles can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Under fire. Right through his hands. You just have to make that catch, and it'll be 3rd down. And the Eagles come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He lofts one down the sideline. He's got it in more than enough for a 1st down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. They're working that left side. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles!
And this QB starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
They knocked through the extra point, but they still trail 31-13. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Interesting showdown in the MAC today, man. Take a look at how things are playing out. Western Kentucky is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage, but despite all that, we still have a very close game. They're up by 4 over Northwestern.
They'll try the left side.
The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Badgers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Leaves it with the running back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. A 3rd down try for the offense. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the fourth quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
Caught in the backfield, it's McLaurin. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to throw, it's Magoo. Just a short pass to the tight end. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up 3rd down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
The give to the fullback. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
And with the lead in the fourth quarter, this offense has to run the ball. And it's not just going to be the tailback. That time they give it to the fullback. Don't be surprised if you see the quarterback, maybe even receivers running it here in the fourth quarter.
He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Keeps it on the bootleg. Touchdown, Wisconsin! And the punishment has been extended. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, Dave.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in him.
He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
And your Wisconsin Badgers will take over.
Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you could just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them, so now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to